3 money mistakes that you might be making that are going to cost you big time over the long run. I'm Jen Beeston. As my job as a mortgage expert, every single day I talk to people about money. It's all I do. Day to night, money, money, money. And over a long time and thousands of clients, I've identified 3 mistakes a lot of people are making that they're not realizing. So in order for this to make sense, we are now going to think of money as a newborn baby, okay? So if you've got some money near you, just put it, hi, yeah, rock it, like just a little bit. Okay, money's your baby. So the first mistake I see is that people are not paying attention to their money. They're not checking their monthly bank statements. Sometimes they're not sure where their money is. True stories. I have had a client who had $400,000. She had $300,000 with Wells. She thought the other $100,000 was with Chase, but she wasn't sure. She was gonna have to go through her records. You need to pay attention to your money for a couple different reasons. Number one, you could be hacked, and the first way to see that you're hacked is to look at your transaction history and notice charges that aren't yours. Sometimes it's not gonna be a huge $1,000 charge. It might be $1 here, $2 there, small enough that you don't notice, okay? But over time, that impacts you. It's so much money. It's money that you earned, that was taxed, that you now just disappears. So you wanna check to make sure there's no unusual activity. You also wanna check to see if your bank is charging you fees. There's so many free checking and savings accounts now. To be paying for checking or savings, it's like dark times, like dark ages. It's crazy. Don't do it, okay? So you want to make sure that you're not being charged bogus fees, and sometimes banks accidentally tack them on. So $15 here, $15 there, it adds up. And it's also any money you work for, you don't give away, okay? Your baby. Would you give away your baby? No. Okay. So the second thing that I see a lot of is people aren't reading what they're getting themselves into financially. It'd be like sending your child to a school without knowing anything about it, where it is, or what the long-term outrange of that school is. Does it have high scores, low scores? What does the school cost? It would be like not knowing that. So an example of this is balloon loans. Okay, so there's not that many of them now, but back in the day, there used to be the ability to get a mortgage with a balloon on it. They still have that with cars, so be very careful if you're buying a car that you understand what a balloon is before you buy it. So a 7-year balloon, for example, would mean that on the 7th year, you have to pay the entire amount back. Yeah, balloon, it's like a big bomb balloon. And also this goes to, there's a lot of peer-to-peer lending now, and it can have names. These aren't real names because I don't want to get sued, but like Nurture, Cuddles, We Care, Your Mama, whatever. And they make themselves seem like they're really trustworthy. But when you look at the fine print, oh my goodness, you will never be able to pay that money back. So you want to make sure that whenever you're borrowing money, you understand all the terms. If you're working with a person, which you should be if it's a larger purchase such as a home, if you don't understand something, ask. Please ask. We just want you to ask, because we give out a lot of material, but at the same point, some people know a lot and they don't want us to tell them, explain in detail what an ARM is. So if you don't know what something is, ask. It's your baby. You need to ask. The third thing I see people doing is I see them paying interest when they don't need to. So an example of this would be, let's say you have $50,000 in your bank account and a $4,000 credit card bill, but you're paying off that credit card bill $500 a month. No, okay? And this happens a lot because people like the security of having money in their bank, and I agree with that. I like security as well. However, what I like less than no security is paying 18% on my money. So even with really good credit cards interest rates are high. And yes, you may be on a special 0% offer, but usually to get that special 0% offer, they're charging you a transaction fee of 2 to 3%. Why are you paying any interest if you have the money in the bank? Okay, we all know interest rates for savings accounts and checking accounts are like laughable right now. So if you have the money in your account, pay off that credit card every month. If it makes you feel insecure to use that money to pay off the credit card and cut your spending. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. If you want to learn more, I've got another video following this one about the 3 things you need to make sure so that you can retire at some point. I appreciate you listening. Jen Beeston, thank you.